Hello everyone and welcome. I am probably Superman and this is the second online battle that I am uploading to YouTube, and it is once again against Ace, the guy I played against in the last video. The map is Indian Artillery Fort and I am Prussia, and here's the Maratha Confederacy. The rules were no artillery and that was it. As the attacking team, I went for an army of almost entirely line infantry. I had a lot of line infantry and I had a lot of lifeguards, which are these guys with fantastic hats, and then I had 2 units of dragoons, and my plan was to climb the walls in more places than he could garrison effectively. So he starts with all of his Chatanal camel gunners and some Sikh warriors out here, and I dispatched my little wing force here of 3 units of lifeguard to take care of them. I've got dragoons on this side and I sent them around here where they would dismount and then climb up those walls, hopefully unopposed. I did send quite a few troops directly to the front, which was probably quite a bad idea since he's got the majority of his troops here, and so going up against them was a nightmare, whereas I probably should have sent about, well, most of my troops maybe here or maybe there. But nevertheless, I sent them to the front, and you can see they take quite a few casualties from musket fire. Deployment was very, very quick. He deployed before I did, and once one person has finished deploying, the other person gets 1 minute to finish their deployment. So a viable tactic is to just rush your deployment and get it done as fast as possible. His camel gunners get hammered by my lifeguards because I close to range, and he gets, well, most of his guys run away. Well, 1 unit of his guys run away, the other 3 units pull back inside the fort. My dragoons are nearing the back, and I don't know whether he noticed them or not, but he doesn't move to stop them. I've got my guys here, and they're unopposed, and I've got my guys here, and they're landing unopposed, but here they're going right into the thick of it, and so are they here, but here they're lifeguards, so I held out a bit more hope for them because they are very, very good infantry. On this side, my guys are beginning to wheel in and move for the walls. The dragoons here are just closing in. End zoom time. That was an awful end zoom. I'm not very good. I must keep end zooming until I get a good end zoom. End zoom. That's all right. There we go. I feel good about myself now. So you can see he's beginning to try and attack these guys, who are still able to come up in reasonable force. I really didn't micro that well in this game. I left a lot of my guys over there and over here just not doing anything when they really should have been doing something. So I've captured this gatehouse here, but it makes no difference to me. One thing that I did kind of regret was not having any cavalry, because I hadn't imagined I would capture these gatehouses as easily as I did, and I captured these gatehouses very, very easily. So had I had, I don't know, 2 units of cuirassiers, you know, heavy cavalry, and put them in through these gates, I could easily have chewed up his Sikh warriors. The Sikh warriors are absolutely deadly in a melee. My dragoons are up here, and his camel gunners are having a bit of fun taking pot shots at me, and I don't know that yet. As I said, my micro was poor, so I just have these dragoons going up and getting fired at, and I don't notice. Here, my lifeguards are getting up the walls unopposed as of yet, because all his troops are focusing on attacking these lifeguards, and also these lifeguards, who got absolutely hammered, but they took a fair few of the enemy with them. These guys are kind of able to get up unopposed, but there's also these Sikh musketeers, and it says they're losing slightly. They're not, they're winning. Down here, they've got Sikh warriors there, but the majority of my line infantry are doing nothing, which was very bad of me. Here, not sure what I'm doing. I think they're about to engage me. Yes, they are. They are about to run up with their Sikh warriors and attack me. My dragoons are firing on the wall now. but taking some casualties. I'm not sure what the enemy is doing. I think he's trying to get up my dragoons. Yeah, is that must be a bit of a failing with the AI there. He's just running into the wall, charging the wall where my dragoons are, but from ground level, so that doesn't really work. This will be a two-part video, I'm pretty sure, unless it's a lot shorter than I thought it is. So, yeah, two-part video, 7 to 12 minutes long, I'd imagine. I don't know. I've still got, my troops are still kind of in the process of coming up, but also this is now, we're getting to the main sticking point of the fight, which is brutal melee on the walls, whilst my troops kind of struggle to gain any sort of superiority at any places. It wasn't a big map for musket firing at all, because his troops got a few volleys off as I rushed the walls, and my dragoons fired a bit, and maybe 1 or 2 units of line infantry fired a little bit. But other than that, it was all hand to hand, and it was all really, really brutal, really, really high casualties. You can see there, that's just my dragoons working. Killed so many camel gunners. I mean, that's the camel gunners that my lifeguards killed. So it wasn't exactly a great afternoon for the Chateauneuf camel gunners. They're not the best units for a siege defence, in my opinion, although it's quite interesting how he used them. I'm not sure whether he intended to swing around the back of my troops as they were coming up the walls, but my lifeguards absolutely hammered them. Yeah, at this point I was kind of beginning to regret not having any heavy cavalry, because I mean, you look there, that's perfect for a big heavy cavalry charge. There's not that many, they're not that thickly spread, so I could probably punch through them, kill quite a few, and then maybe even just move to the middle with my line infantry and my cavalry, and then force him to come down and fight me off. But I didn't, and anyway, my micro, as I've said, was pretty poor. I didn't look after my units very well. For a while I was just, it got very, very laggy about the middle of the game. It got really laggy, and none of us, we could all move around fine. It, like, we didn't have particularly slow computers, but it was obscenely laggy, and then it suddenly got better. That's my general dead. The other notices are all me capturing gatehouses. There we go, that's me, I'm dead. Oh dear. And at this point I start running away. I've got lifeguards there. They only start running away when there's 12 of them left out of 120. These line infantry, they're a little worse. 27 of them left. 44 of them left. What happened was, he'd chosen a really great army, to be honest. He'd chosen the right army for defending. I like the Marathas because they've got good musket troops, sort of easily as good as line infantry. Sikh musketeers are a little better than line infantry, I think. And he got Sikh warriors, so he could out melee me, and he could outrange and outshoot my line infantry. Only thing I wouldn't have chosen would be the Chateauneuf camel gunners, but even they worked pretty well for him. You know, they took some pretty heavy casualties, but at very least they seriously delayed my lifeguard, because if they'd come up that 30 seconds earlier, who knows, he might not have been able to deal with me. Now here I have my 3 units of lifeguard hemmed in, and about to be thoroughly outclassed by 5 units of Sikh warriors against my 3 units of lifeguard, who are actually worse than them in a melee. So they are fighting a losing battle. At this point, balance of power is obviously nowhere near me. My troops are running away because I landed them there, which was pointless and resulted in me losing huge amounts of men, and I could never really win. I landed them there. Not landed is not the word. They scaled the walls there, and it didn't work because I didn't micro them well enough, and he was really quick to get out there with his Sikh warriors. And I landed here, and even though I wasn't that well opposed, I just didn't have their numbers really. 2 units of light dragoons is only 120 men, and That's not enough to stand up to the same as a unit of Sikh musketeers. So that's not really enough.
Check it out now. I work the pen to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands on.
Yes, I sent them over there. There's actually a few of them, about 5 of them, who haven't got up from outside of the walls, who were just sat outside whilst their comrades were dying. At this point, my line infantry still says they're winning. Oh no, they'll be losing. It's back up to normal speed now. You probably will have noticed it watching the video. I don't know exactly what happened, and my lifeguard are beginning to turn and run. Those guys, there's 2 of them left. There's 1 of them left. Will he go? Will he go? Will he die? Or will he run away? I think it. Will he make it? Plucky little lifeguard. Last man. He's made a break for it. He's made a break for it. He's going. He's going. I think he's made it. No, he's got. No. He's dead. Okay, that unit lifeguard entirely wiped out. These 2 still fighting. This unit of lifeguard still fighting. This unit will be running away very soon, even though it says they're winning slightly. Well, even or whatever. They do run away. My dragoons at this point are running away. Interesting that they don't get on their horses and run away. They just leave the horses there. Horses aren't bothered. Lifeguard is shattered. Lifeguard are wavering. Those guys are probably going to run before these guys. Those guys have got level 3 veterancy in 1 battle. Which is quite an achievement for those 24 lifeguard. 23, 22, 21, 20, yeah. Whether the result of this battle hasn't been in doubt for a long time, and there we go, I've lost. But he actually, even though he lost more than me, he killed more than me. Yeah, well, good game to Ace, who played very well and beat me. Next multiplayer battle will be coming up soon, but probably tomorrow, which is the same battle but with us reversing our roles, so we actually swap teams. Now this means that I play as the Marathas defending the fort, and he plays as my Prussians attacking the fort. Exactly the same forces, etc. But this has been my 2nd multiplayer battle on Empire Total War, and I have been soundly defeated. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.